Welcome to Daughters of Io, a Girl by Moonlight game. This is episode 4, Outrunning the Future. My name is Archangelic or Mal. My pronouns are she, her, and tonight I will be playing the role of the director. So let's go ahead and introduce our players.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn, she, they, and tonight I am playing Vantage and Junko, the choir, they, them.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Angela Lemos Mogrovejo. I use she, they pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Marshall/Maria, who uses he, she, and they pronouns interchangeably, who is the stranger.
Hi, my name is Anne. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Lily Rose, the unlikely hero, whose pronouns are also she, her.
And hi, my name is Ran. I use she, her pronouns. I will be Elegy Brooke, the time traveler who also uses she, her pronouns, who is never supposed to be here, but thinks that she's meant to be.
Awesome. Before we get started, we have some rewards for our donations and subs. So you can affect the game with your subs, bits, and donations. 100 bits or $1 USD gives a reroll to one of our players. Subscriptions or $3 USD is plus 1 die to a roll. You can donate through coffee or to give an idea to me, the game master, on a sliding scale. The more you donate, the more effective it can be. All suggestions are at the GM and producer's discretion. You can donate at ko-fi.com/Valdrianth. Without further ado, previously on Daughters of Io, you managed to fight off the murmuration known as Prodigy, but one of the Marine pilots of Spartan Squadron, call sign Junior, died in the initial fight. 8 bells rung out on the ship. But your obligations as elite pilots never stop. You are required to attend a press briefing afterwards, but where it's normally more of a tabloid oriented affair with journalists looking to get an emotional story out of you, one particular journalist raised questions about your abilities to keep the people of Io safe. Lily Rose, seemingly always running through the halls of the ship, ran into one of the other pilots, one of the reserve pilots, L. Thrasher, who was being sent on a special mission with the vein. Sorry, can't talk today. Celine, and but managed to keep going. Met up with another friend and helped with the help of the morning Spartan squadron. You finished up the mess hall, leaving your mark on the nameplate engraved with the call sign of their fallen comrade, Junior. Elegy went to visit a friend. Oh, wait, there's one more thing that happened that I forgot to write down. You, choir, Marshall, and Elegy sought to make a connection with the veins and took some time to push on their feelings of loneliness and how they are relating to
Ooh,
being
snap,
piloted,
so many. ILU, y'all.
making connections with the veins in that process. Elegy went to visit a friend, her friend, in the on Io colony itself, shared a song, but a stranger was listening in. A red-haired stranger, biding her time. And I think that's where we pick up. I think as Elegy, you wrap up your time with Madame Cerceret. You leave her place and you immediately run into a familiar face who pulls you into out from the like main street and holds you and says, "What are you doing here?"
I can ask you the same.
They sent me after you. Do you know what's at stake with you being here?
Of course I do. It's the reason I came here.
You made an oath to uphold the timeline. And here I
So
find you piloting. You weren't in any of these battles.
maybe I was supposed to be. So they send you after me, did they?
Yeah, they did. And I've been trying so hard to not be seen, not be noticed. And now here you are flaunting your presence here, unraveling everything. So like, she holds the kipu, this like garland of knotted strings, and she holds it and she says, there's so much that's been undone and redone. Your damage on the timeline is incalculable.
What are you going to do about it? You once taught me that time is like an origami. You fold it up, you shape it into, well, a shape. I'm trying to unfold it, but the imprint was deep, and it takes a long time to smooth it so that I can shape it into something else, something that means the kind of life that we have, well, we had, is not going to be built on the blood of someone that we were taught not to care about. I came back here because I learned the truth.
It's not for us to decide. It's for them to decide.
Who's them?
That's the people who are living in this timeline.
Can they decide for themselves if they do not know what's in store for them, what's already been planned?
Yes, I told you time. It's like origami, it's delicately folded, one step at a time, in order. If you miss anything, you're not going to get what you want. You're messing with something that you can't predict, Banshee.
Are you going to fix me like a mistake, or are you going to help me?
I'm gonna make you make an express roll here.
Okay.
This is, I'll say it's risky. Limited effect though.
Okay. I'm quite bad at this, actually. So I don't have any dots on this. Do I just
Yeah.
roll 2 and take the lower?
Yes, you can choose to push yourself for 2 stress.
I am going to push myself.
Okay.
Did I clear
Now,
stress from last time, or do I just compile?
I think, let me take a look. I think you got, I don't remember if you got 2 stress from your obligation or not. But you
I
have
got
2
2
stress now.
stress from something.
Yeah, it was your obligation roll.
Yeah,
Um,
I did.
So, yeah, you can. So now you can push yourself for an extra die, or you can
Mhm.
push yourself for increased effect.
I'm gonna push myself for increased effect then.
Okay, so roll 2 die and take the lowest.
Okay. It's a 5.
A 5. Okay.
Yep.
All right. She says, I am not supposed to interfere here. And the window to take you back is becoming more and more unpredictable the longer we're here. But as soon as that window opens, you and me are going back.
Scarlet, this moment, this period of history, what did they tell you? What was it that we learned about?
The refugees that are here, this colony is going to go through many collapses. In the 10th of the population that's here that manages to survive long enough are those who are going to rebuild our world. And that is the truth we hold on to. If we try to change it, we risk not even they survive.
I thought that was a truth that we hold on to as well, Scarlet. We learned the same thing at the same time, and I believed everything. But then I realized the truth that we were told. It was never the full picture. You can stay in the shadows, but all I ask for is that you stay, you give me some more time, and you get to know this world even just a little bit more. That woman inside, I'm sure you were listening in on us, Madame Sassarit. Have you been observing her as well? How long have you been watching me?
I've been here for 2 weeks. I somehow came well after you got here. And I don't know why. And I don't know, because that should not be the case. We calculated your exit perfectly. But your very presence here is destabilizing things. You've already done too much. And your absence will cause a gap. I already can tell will cause a gap that will collapse things further. I will let you do what you are here to do. But like I said, if that gate opens and we have a window to go back, I'm required to bring you back, Elegy.
I think you know what my answer might be.
I only have one job, and you know this is my job. This is my duty. It is my sworn honor to uphold the timeline.
There is a difference, Scarlet, between what is right and what is lawful, and there is a difference between what is your destiny and what is your job.
We
What
don't
I'm
have
here,
room for hubris here.
you think
You
this
don't
is just hubris?
you don't get careless with a glass object, okay? Everything is so delicate and neatly put in place. It's not for us to go moving things.
Do you
Let's
ever stop to
risk
think whether or
breaking it
not that
all.
glass object is worth preserving? If buried underneath it,
That logic
there
can
is
be extended
lies.
further and further back, Elegy. It is dangerous to think that way. How far are you going to go back if you fail here?
You can help me make sure that I do not fail. You're better than me in this. It will make it harder. It will make it so much harder if you try to stop me.
Won't get in your way, but I'm not going to help you. I'll be watching everything. And I'll be trying to make sure that you don't break more than you intend to.
You have seen the future you came back from. But I can see the one that I want to achieve. Both of us are going to go through this tunnel. One of us is going to come out of there.
I've known you for a long time. Just be careful. Tread lightly. No more speeches. No more big moves. You help them the ways you can. You can't change everything. Things will become too unstable. We are walking a razor's edge just by knowing that we can change it. You'll look. I'm staying in one of the hostels here. You'll know where to find me, but I'll be watching.
Can we just... I've really missed you.
I missed you too. I know we used to talk about this, but we're not kids anymore. Hope is a dangerous thing when we have the power we do.
No, we're not kids anymore, but I think maybe sometimes I think we should be. Look, this is not the right time, but I'll come find you. Can we speak?
Yeah. You know where to find me. I'll be watching you.
Right.
She takes some string that has a series of knots that you would know, be able to read as like a coordinate, as like a point in time and space. And she just wraps it around your wrist and ties it off. Red string. You'll know where to find me.
I'll see you soon.
And she will make her way through, trying to stay out of sight of as many people as she can. And I think we'll cut away from there. What is the rest of our crew up to?
I would like to, if it's okay with Lynn, do a thing with Vantage and Junko in the new mess hall. Like maybe it's some downtime, like recovery chill time. Because I would either want to use my downtime to help you recover or make a connection, whichever one you would be down for.
You know what? Why don't we do both? Because you do have Lily
I
Rose
can help you.
do the helping.
can
I
help
can do
you.
the connection because we have that thing.
Yeah, and then it'll just be useful either way. I don't have to form the connection for it to help everyone. Great.
Okay, do it.
What I have a question. Because I assume this isn't the first time, because season 2. How do you think like recovery time looks between Lily Rose and like Vantage and Junko, like chill time.
I think it's just the type of harm that they took was more mental than anything. I think what this looks like is that in order to kind of heal that kind of like severed between the two of them is that they connect with someone else, help, fulfill those bonds with other people to kind of like strengthen their own bond, kind of regain that equilibrium that they have that's a little bit out of balance.
I love that this works on so many different levels. I think I think the scene starts I think previously Lily Rose had set this up like, hey Vantage, Junko, let's hang out in the new mess hall, grab some food, chill out.
Oh, all right.
And this, yeah, like it's been pre-established, and the scene starts with Lily Rose running in because she's always running, just like, and she's wearing not like her usual uniform, but she's wearing like workout the like I assume there's a uniform for like casual uniform for working out, and she's in like the most ridiculously brightly colored sweats because her she's made arrangements somehow to have like her colors be brighter or have some sort of bright accoutrement, like a bright stripe, like those athletic sweats that have the racing stripe vibes down, but hers is like bright yellow instead of white, and so it's like a gray and yellow vibe, rather than just the plain gray workout gear. She's got a small duffel bag because she's gone to work out, and yeah, she looks around the new mess hall. You guys would see her stop briefly at the sign where it says juniors, and she takes a minute to just look up at it and then rushes in. Sorry I'm late, guys. Got caught up at the gym. Ugh.
Oh, don't worry. Was it a good workout? Good.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not the same without you guys there to motivate me, but I had to get it in somehow, and I've been meaning to check in with you guys, but you know how it is after a big fight. I'm always trying to just stay moving. And she sits in front of you guys, like at the table, and she just there's a look on her face that's it's hard to describe. So it's somewhere between like stressed out and sad and like miserable, and there's a whole bunch of things happening on her face. Like she's an anomaly in this kind of society where we're mostly conditioned to try to hold it together and not display emotion because it's expected of us. But she is an anomaly in that she exposes her emotions she's very open, and that makes her like an easy target, clearly. Like for the press to be jerks to her, like it is very clear.
Yeah, I was meaning to check in on you as well. How are you feeling?
Well, where do I start? I mean, the press conference was
the press conference
super
was
fun.
yeah.
You
It's
know,
always
I'd always admired your ability to handle the press. I know it's very much old hat for you, but I just wanted to let you know that you handle that shit like a pro, and I feel like maybe I embarrassed myself in front of
you know
everyone
what?
again.
I'm glad that you do, because it's not easy being put out there, just raw nerves and everything, and they will pull at it. Don't worry, it's mostly for drama. What
Yeah,
what they bring up isn't necessarily what happened. And in the great scheme of things, none of that happened. The stuff that you do in the out there matters. And you did incredibly well. You saved more people. There wouldn't have just been there would have been more loss if you didn't do what you needed to do.
yeah. I mean, it was a really scary close call with you guys too. It was really stressful, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe there's not maybe a slight ounce of truth to what they might be saying. I mean, of course, I know they blow it up for drama. Like, I understand that, but I don't know. I mean,
It's not Thrasher didn't get to you, did they? It's not. I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a whole other situation. Um, Look, she's probably the easiest problem I have to
Mhm.
deal with. I mean, she likes to yell nepotism like I don't already know that's what's happening. I've confronted the admiral about it, and like she likes to antagonize me for things that I can't be antagonized about, like
Yeah.
tell me something new,
Yeah.
fight me with a little extra juice. I don't like
Yeah. It's
you
because
can't fight me with the truth, okay? I'm just gonna look at you and say, yeah, so what? I know exactly what it is.
no,
So
well,
that's
you have a better, healthier attitude than I had when I started.
yeah, I mean, I try. She you know.
Here, let me show you something, and like Vantage will take out like the communication device, and she'll like bring up a couple videos, and it's just like, if you think I handle it now, like you should see these, and it's just like she'll kind of pass through a couple videos of them of the press asking, like, especially after hard mission. She kind of like makes it so Lily Rose doesn't know what the mission was about, but you just see like Vantir Junko like just like break down and cry, or alternately just kind of like
Is this before my
grab them.
time? This
Yeah,
has got to be before my time. Holy crap.
these were from a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, this was before I became a pilot. Wow. Okay. The
It can
press
be
is
rough. It's rough, and
she's
just
just
know
getting to
that
the videos.
it takes some getting used to, building up that resistance to them.
Why are they such assholes? And she just starts feeling so
Yeah.
bad as she's going through the videos. And then Lily Rose returns the device and just says, wow, okay, I've been a pilot for like less than a year. I'm not looking forward to any of that. And she looks horrified.
No, but
But
I mean, but I think you can handle it. You can handle it in the chair. You can handle it out there. I know.
the veins make more sense to me. Celine makes more sense to me than the press does. Let me tell you
Of
something
course.
though. I found out that they're sending Thrasher basically to her death. I mean, secret mission, special mission. They sent her out with Celine. I found this out a couple of days ago, and I don't know. I've just been busy, but it's like, what can you do about it? But he's gone with Celine. So now the only vein I actually am comfortable piloting is not here anymore.
Oh, they sent Celine. We did so much work prepping Celine, and they're out. So you know what? This will happen. This will happen. I've had this happen a bunch of times. You think it's a little daunting finding another vein, but it's comforting knowing other ways that you can express that you're piloting through, and they have strengths that you can take advantage of that will not take the place of Celine, but will have other places in your heart for Celine.
I get that. I guess the comforting part is that at least I know Celine well enough to know that they're not just going to let Thrasher, expire in the heat death of space or whatever. I guess.
Who knows? Maybe Celine will give Thrush a little bit of a bumpy ride to and then. We'll hope.
It's completely one-sided. This is the first time she says this to anybody. She just says, it's completely one-sided, She's the one who's antagonizing me. I have never had a problem with her. I think it's cool that she comes from like generations of pilots who have fought the veins and defended people, like I don't throw her legacy status around to try to hurt her about it. I used to respect her, but now I'm just exhausted by her. It frustrates me because we're on the same team,
Yeah.
I would really like to have a cordial working relationship with her. I mean, she's kind of hot, but that's not the point. The point is just that I wanted something better than this antagonism that she's always throwing at me. It's not fair. I mean, we're all in this together. Like, we're all fighting towards the same thing. Like, I think fighting is such a waste of time.
I think when Lily Rose says that Thrasher's hot, I think they'll both kind of like lean back and kind of smile. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think as new as you both are, I think Thrasher has things that she needs to deal with. And I think maybe that's coming out in unhealthy ways.
Do we have a therapist on the Aeon? Do we have a therapist on the Aeon? We should probably get one.
Yeah, we should.
We should look into that.
Emotions are things you should be suppressing and handling on your own.
Yeah, but couldn't they get professional help for suppression of emotions?
I don't know if I want. No, we want that. We don't want that.
Look,
I don't think that seems bad.
Lily Rose doesn't like. I as a player know that's bad. Lily Rose is just kind of like, she just says, I know we're supposed to suppress emotions and just not express them, but if I have to deal with her emotions on top of mine, I think I'm just going to completely lose my mind.
I mean, not to say that like holding that back is bad. Feel what you need to. Don't keep it in.
Yeah.
And
I
don't.
mean, society is going to look at me like, well, society already looks at me like I'm some alien anomaly with my emotions, you know, so.
And I think in that vantage, you will kind of make the same like shrug gesture, like at the same time. Yeah. Just don't let what Thrasher's feeling get to you. And if they see that they aren't getting the needed result, maybe that'll change.
You know, the problem with a society that teaches you to suppress your emotions is that they don't teach you how to handle them. So, you know, I am drowning a little bit, but you know, I'm doing my best.
I mean,
I think that's why I run everywhere.
yeah.
I think
I think we're all trying to stay above water here, and at least I had the benefit of having us, both of myself here.
yeah, I can't imagine my experience as a pilot without the two of you.
And I enjoy having you at my back. I wouldn't want anyone else.
She like puts her elbows on the table, does this sort of thing, and just says, I just want you guys to know that I look up to you so much. And you know, once you guys are ready, I'd love to see you guys back at the gym.
Oh, of course, but she'll lean forward. It's like, you shouldn't have to look at us. Look at me right where we are. Equal. I have experience,
No,
but you're here just the same. And you can teach me things as well.
I don't, you know,
Just believe you're
I
here with the rest of us and believe that you are a great pilot. You wouldn't be here otherwise, no matter what they say.
I can pilot. I can go off of my natural ability, sure, but I feel so limited by my inability to access my full potential. I can't transform like the rest of you out there, and I'm not as effective, and that is a factual truth that I can't hide from, that I can't run from.
It's
Yeah,
it's not science. It's a lot of unknowns. Everybody comes to it differently. I can't pilot. I couldn't pilot until what happened to us happened. And the fact that you can pilot the vein is shows that it's possible. You just have to find it in yourself. And not dwell too hard on it. Live in the moment and let it happen if it does. Pilot like you do until it happens.
With that,
okay.
do we want to roll some
And-
dice about this situation?
And Lily Rose just kind of to bookend, like finish the scene. She just goes, "You know what you need after a close call, that, brush with death. You need food. And she looks at the new, like, I guess, food area or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go grab some food.
It's one of the few places it's not the best food. It still is kind of the same thing you get in like rations and things, but there's at least someone here that like does things like cooking it, grilling this food and everything, adding a little oomph to the kind of plain food that you're used to having. Which makes this place feel more comfortable and like there's, a good sense of atmosphere in this place.
I think what was it? Fantasy you'll always get like different things because you know what? I get to experience both of them. It's fine.
You get a +1 to making a connection because we're in the mess hall.
Okay. And then as far as rolling, does that seem like a empathize?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And if the person you're making a connection with appreciates it, it can also be another bonus die. So
Okay.
yeah.
Absolutely appreciate it.
Let's do
all of the dice.
Oh. 3. Okay. So this is for connection with Lily Rose.
Let's go.
That crit? That's a crit, right?
That is a crit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
Let's see what this says about a crit on a make a connection roll. A critical success. Yeah, you Lily, you gain 5 links with Choir.
Nice.
With Junko advantage.
Everybody. Oh, sweet. So I guess that's like, is that like a max
I think
situation?
that's
the max.
out.
Or
yeah.
No, that's,
Oh,
no.
I think
There's
you
one.
can
There's
get
one
more
dot.
links.
There's one dot. I think left over.
Yeah. Yeah, but usually the most you can get is 4, so 5 is special.
5 is special. Amazing. And what do I roll to help them recover?
Yeah. So you're trying to help a friend recover. And so well, let's see. I think we can make a good case for a lot of things. There's confess, express, because confess you were showing like your inner world to these two. So I can see confess being.
I feel like I could go with a confess here.
All right.
Sweet. Sure. Standard effect. Cool.
Yeah, would be standard. Did Choir appreciate Lily Rose like coming in like being a confidant in this situation?
Oh, always, yes, of course.
Then you gain a bonus die.
Oh, okay, cool. I screwed up something. Okay. Sorry. Is standard?
Yeah.
Transcendent, bonus die, 1. Okay, cool.
No, 2 bonus die.
Oh, 2 bonus die. Oh, okay. I'm going to roll another D6.
Okay. All right.
Wow. I really biffed that one.
No, so yeah, that is 2 1s and a 3. So
that's just.
That is, in fact, 2 1s and a 3.
Yep. So that is 2 segments on your healing clock.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Well, it's something. I tried.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of like, you distracted Choir, but you didn't really like heal their connection in this moment. You worked a little bit and but yeah, there's still more to do. It did help. It did help. All right.
Maybe lunch will help.
Excellent. Are there any other downtime activities you want to take this opportunity to do? Either one of you.
Speaking of juniors, I think choir knowing that there is a elevated kind of like angst and mood kind of permeating the Aeon. I think it's time to. It's been the juniors has been open. We haven't had a party here, so this
Yeah.
will. I think choir will organize it with with have it be with the ground crews, the mechanics, and then all the pilots. This will be,
Okay.
and also make sure set up with OD and have that stuff set up because I think yeah I think we need something that is for us. I think.
Hmm. I love the idea of a party with all of you. I feel like just narratively, I want to hold on to that one. That's
Hmm.
probably one of the
Okay,
last
absolutely.
downtime actions. Um, I guess we'll say let's move
Too.
the camera away. Let's go
Mhm.
to Marshall. What are you up to?
I invited this into for myself. So I think in contrast to how a lot of the previous moments have been, there is Marshall is a little bit what passes, I guess, for being dressed up on this occasion. And he's kind of standing outside of I guess what would be for the higher end folks like kind of an apartment, like outside the door to his very close friend,
Hmm.
Julia. He
I'm
is hoping
I'm
to
going
talk to her
to.
about something.
I'm sorry. I have to ask. Um, Julia, we've met before. Are you talking about Amelia here?
Amelia, sorry,
Yes.
his close friend. I'm forgetting names. That's me.
Yeah, that's okay. Amelia. All right. So you're standing there. Have you made your presence known yet?
I have knocked and I am waiting for the door. And I think, in sharp contrast to how he normally is in most other contexts, he is mildly nervous. Like there is a little like of the it's a little bit of the autistic like foot standing on the front balls of your feet, kind of stimming, of
Yeah.
just like rocking back and forth just a little bit. The mild velociraptor stance as he's trying to calm himself down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think. Okay. Yeah. Amelia will open the door, and she will not even say hi. She'll pull you in for a kiss, like kind of into her place.
There is probably there is a significant period of time that passes between the two of them.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit to answer Val's question, because Val is writing in all caps. Yes, they kiss back. He kisses back. He's not really certain what to do with himself in that moment. There a period of time passes. You heathens, all of you,
A period of time passes.
passes.
You are sitting in her apartment after the glow of this. And this is where you spend a lot of time. You're a well known figure. And on some level, she is too. And she kind of, almost as if she's not thinking about it, she says, I'm glad you didn't get hurt the other day.
Um, I'm glad too, to be honest. I'm honestly surprised. it worked out as cleanly as it did, despite the loss we had to go through.
She says she's very kind of calm about it, and she just says, I don't know what I would have done if it had been you. And I spend a lot of time thinking about that. I don't know what I would tell people. I don't know how you would want me to talk to people about you if you died.
What do you mean? It would be the same as anybody else's death. We lost a pilot. We lost a bigger name this time, and while a lot of morale will probably tank, you know, there are other folks who are skilled in repairing the veins. I'm not the only one. I'm one of the best ones, I'll give you that one, but I'm not the only person involved with that.
I want you to conceal. I want you to roll conceal for me.
Shit. Shit. I've chosen poorly. Which, I mean, I have chosen well, because conceal, I do have a thing.
Yeah. Risky, standard.
Risky, standard. I'm not transcendent.
Mm-mm.
I don't think he would push himself on this one. I think he's just assuming she's not gonna look into it more. It's a 4.
4. 4 is a partial.
I would like to think that I think his words and his tone are able to keep level, but I think she's probably noticed that he's still wearing the pin, and that he's been wearing the pin more often, and he forgot to take it off before he came over.
Do you think that when they put on, do you think that when they give you your honors after you die, that they will really be honoring the real you?
I mean, my accomplishments will speak spoken for themselves. If we're lucky at all, if something's recovered, I'll probably be, not to make it too morbid, but mangled body, probably be barely able to tell that it's me.
Why do you talk about it like that? Is that, it almost sounds like that's what you hope for.
I just know it's a possibility, and I want to be prepared for that possibility to become a reality. I don't want you or anyone else to feel like it's that much more significant to lose me than it is anybody else.
I think she will get very close to you, to where you're sitting, kiss you on the forehead, and she says, you work so hard to be seen a specific way by everyone here. Sometimes I wish you would let that go when you're here.
Let what go?
The performance, I guess.
What performance? This is part of who I am. I'm not trying to lie to you. You're the last person who I'd want to try and lie to.
I never said you were lying to me.
Well, it feels like you're accusing me of that.
Look, we don't have to talk about this.
No, let's talk about it. It's obviously something. What am I doing a performance about? Just say it.
Sometimes I feel like you're the captain of your squad, and that comes with certain roles and expectations. But I don't think it has to do with just your rank. Sometimes I feel like you pretend to be the person they want you to be.
Everybody is putting on a performance for every other situation they have to be in life. It's not that different.
It feels different when I feel like if you let the mask drop, there would only be. You hold up the mask because it's sadness behind it. And sometimes I wish you would just let me in. Let me see you sad. Just you pretend to be stoic and masculine, and I know that's what we're supposed. There's a level of like we uphold the principles every day. We uphold an even keel every day. But you don't have to do that here.
But how much happier are you if you don't have to deal with me not being that way? How much happier are you? And like he noticeably shifts back to the voice that's much closer to Maria. How much happier would you be if you, how much easier would it be, less stressful would it be for you if you didn't have to deal with any of what she is? What if she's just a tool for making it through all of this?
Then you would put effort into giving her love. But instead, you put all your effort into being Marshal, captain of the Vane Squadron. I don't want to tell you what to do. I just sometimes feel like you're not happy here.
I
And
am.
I want you.
But I am. Please, no. Amelia, I'm sorry. I promise it's not you. I don't want to lie to you. I
Why
don't
do
want
you
to lie to
feel like you're
myself either.
lying? You're not lying. It's not a lie. It's not a sin. It, you're not lying, you're hiding.
What's the difference after a certain point?
I think it's just I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you to do anything because I don't know how people will actually react. All I can say is that you can be you here at least. I feel like I'm as close to you as I can be right in this moment. And yet I feel like you're miles away sometimes.
I don't want to push you away. And I think there's a moment, I know that mechanically it's not really something that happens outside of missions, but I think there is an expression of it that appears in that moment of Maria in front of her.
Yeah.
I don't want to push you away. That's the last thing that I want to do. this feels good. This feels right. And I think there's probably maybe adding to that 4 and 5, there's ambiguity as to whether or not she means Maria or the two of them or both. It's probably both, but I think it's hard to tell. I mean, with Amelia, I'm just tired. I know what your work is going to represent to the future of this place, and I don't want to jeopardize any of it for you. And I know it's not always easy to understand Maria very much. I don't think I understand her fully myself. And I think the form, as Marshall is trying to say all of this, it keeps blossoming out fuller and fuller the more he's not able to hide it.
My work, the things we can do to make this barren wasteland feel like home is only because you're here to protect us. You're here to protect me. So let me protect you. Let me give you a place where you're safe. And she like pushes the hair behind your ear.
Can I
Be
be me?
yourself.
Can I be me here?
Yeah.
I think he removes the tie that keeps his hair tied up, and it's much longer than I think even probably Amelia's ever realized. He's probably done it up in a bun or something much more practical for a very long time. I'm afraid of what happens after this. I'm afraid of the people who are gonna risk so much for me, and I won't be able to keep going on and be who they need to be in the right moments because of all of this.
I think if you are open and genuine about yourself, there will be more room to be the person you need people need you to be. I don't know. Sometimes I think that we could all do with being just a little bit more genuine about our reality here.
Careful. If you talk like that, you might get in trouble too. No one in your position is supposed to talk like that, remember?
Nope, nope. Steadfast, patient, even keel.
Speaking of doing things that we're not supposed to be doing, do you happen to still have a piece of that aqua jewel that I gave you before that we found during all the digging projects when they first started?
Yeah.
I'd like to leave something for one of my crewmates. And in the event that I pass, I'd like to make sure and check in with them that, in a way, at least my own way, that they'll be taken care of and be okay. If you still have it.
Yeah, she she goes to like a wardrobe in this room, and she reaches up on a shelf and she pulls it's wrapped in a like a silk kerchief, something that came here from Earth.
I'd like to think that it's almost like a small, like almost crystal, like teardrop of like water, of like fresh water that someone managed to save and is kept in that state for a long time. And Maria pulls out a couple of things from a bag she had brought with her. She'd almost entirely forgotten about all this when they got carried away in what they were doing earlier. But there is a pair of music boxes in her bag. And both of them have different water motifs to them. And they have melodies that on their own are beautiful, but when they're played at the same time, they form a complete piece. And mechanically, for this downtime action, I would like to try and make a connection with Elegy.
Oh, okay.
That essentially these are music boxes that I used to know when I was a kid. That these are a pair that even when separated, they still speak their own story, but together they tell a new story. So I'm going to try and make a connection with Elegy.
Okay. What action would you like to take in this situation?
I'm trying to think that one through because I'm trying to think what would best represent like leaving a legacy behind or caring about somebody. I feel like something in the range of Express might do it.
I think so. I think Express is the way to go.
Which sucks because I have no dice in it.
Yeah. But
Roll.
we're playing with the timelines here.
Yeah.
Is this object something that Elegy appreciates knowing exists?
I leave that up for her to decide.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm asking Elegy.
I think yeah. Well, did you have a specific idea of the tune itself?
I did not. I wanted to leave that in your court. I feel like it's
Right.
something that Marshall would not have thought twice about it. Trying to commission it to be a specific melody that became significant. That is significant to Elegy. I don't know what the significance is.
I was gonna say, Now my brain is spiraling into like time travel business, but I'm not gonna go there. But I'm not gonna try to explain why something ends up somewhere. But I want to say like this music box is something that she somehow acquired in the future as well. Perhaps, but perhaps it was lost to time and then she picked it up and then it's the same melody that of the song that she sang to Caesarea.
I'm curious if I might add one detail to that.
Yeah.
I think part of representing how this time and your time are beginning to meld and change and affect each other, I like to put forward the idea that Elegy only ever heard one piece of it before this point. He only ever knew one of them. And this is part of the changes that you can't foresee coming back, is that you didn't know there was two of them for like the longest time. But yeah.
I love that. I think that warrants a bonus die. So you get to at least just roll one.
Okay, so that's controlled, standard, I assume.
Yes. Mhm.
So transcendent, not. So that would be the one bonus die because it's appreciated. And then also when I do so, I take one additional die. So it's 2 bonus dies for this.
Okay. All right.
I know what I'm doing, even when I don't.
Yeah.
It's the same roll. It's a 5.
Yeah. Elegy, you
My rolls are
gain
godlike.
you gain 3 links with Marshall,
Nice. Thank you.
Maria.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think there's probably some time. I'm okay with having that scene between Amelia and Maria be at that point. There's probably a good period of time where it's Maria holding on to Amelia. It's not Marshall. And he eventually does come out of it and he puts his hair back up, but there's a different smile that comes on his face when he leaves. And when he gets back, I think he just sort of leaves it as a package in front of Elegy's room. It's just a thing. And I think at most there's like a note written on it that just says for when you need it.
How likely would you're not like trying to conceal it was from you or anything like that, right? So it would
I
likely
don't put my name on it, but I just write it as a note and I just leave it
right.
at some point. You
I
may
guess I was
infer.
just asking, do you think it would be like a handwriting that I would recognize? That's what I was wondering.
I think I want to leave the answer to that up to you. I don't
Okay.
think Marshall expects you to have known what his handwriting is like because he's still processing the fact that you being a time traveler is a thing and that means
Yeah.
you may have seen his writing quite a lot. So
Yeah.
I leave it up to you whether or not you get it. But I'm
I
partially not.
yeah.
What I'm doing for the sake of mechanics is making clear that I do not see you receive the gift, so I don't get that benefit of my ability mechanically. But
Right.
whether or not you know it's from me, I leave that up to you.
I think you don't see me mainly because Elegy would have been coming back from the colony. So she wasn't there. But when she do arrive back to her quarters on the station, she will probably realize it's from you because she had read. I imagine she like unearthed historical documents, and that's how she has read Marshall's handwriting or Maria's handwriting, signature pages on reparations on the vein, that kind of thing. So she would try to find Marshall, I think, whatever that they might be at the moment. And I think she's kind of holding the music box and she has this very conflicted look on her face. I think usually Elegy looks quite determined most of the time, if not mischievous, and when possible. But at the moment, she looks very unsure, but also grateful. So she would sort of step towards you. Is this a good time?
Sure. What's? I mean, I was just in the middle of something, but it's not that important. You can tell that like his hair is like extremely still. It has that post shower kind of look to it, where it's dry-ish, sort of. But there's probably something I would say you would notice it before he's able to hide it. There is There is red along his arm.
Was there something wrong? What happened?
No. It's nothing. It's nothing severe. I promise. What's up?
Thanks for this.
Of course.
I didn't bring it back, but I had one just like that. It looks a little different. I didn't know there was another one.
You know, there used to be stories that my mom would tell me where folks would commission those, often couples and such would commission them for as sort of a pair, so to represent that the love that they have for one another exists both on its own, but when they're put together, it's something greater than the parts are. And so it seemed appropriate to pass something like that down to you. And the jewel, you're probably never going to find anything like that around here. That's from Earth.
Yeah. It ended up on Earth, one way or another. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Scarlet Bird. She is a hammer dressed like a hymn. She was my mentor, my partner, the one who taught me that timelines were sacred, and I believed that for a long time, and I believed in her more than I believed in anything else. She came here, she followed me, and she's been watching for the last 2 weeks. She told me that I'm making a mistake, that I'm unraveling everything. And I didn't want to think about it, but seeing her again reminded me that what I'm trying to do is who am I to get to choose between the now and the future? And those people there, do they not deserve a life too? I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't know about making or unmaking timelines, but I do agree with your friend in one regard, in that I do think you are making a mistake.
You really think so?
You're treating this like a suicide mission, Elegy.
I'm treating this I don't know. I'm not trying to deny my own existence, but the more I learn about this past, this present, the more I realize that our life, my life in the future, is built on the sacrifice of so many people who didn't get to choose. We were told, and we got to start over for the few select people who got to start over, and the rest, they didn't get to have a choice. And I want to save those people.
Then don't treat this like whatever new beginning is supposed to come out of that isn't designed to be your end. Don't think I didn't hear what you said to the vein. I heard you.
For you, I'm meant to be an unwritten book. And an unwritten book, maybe someday it will be written again. Maybe this version of me was not going to be created or start at the time that I did start, but I'm standing here. I came back here and look forward and I see all of the stories that didn't get to finish.
And so you want to add another one to the mix?
The
Elegy,
endings are sacred.
the ending's not written yet.
But I know if I know I can save people, so many of them, how can I not do it?
Of course you have to. But don't go into this thinking that there isn't a possibility or there isn't some thread, some variation of the events that you think are supposed to happen where you don't get to have happiness, where you don't get to keep going on. We can survive without losing ourselves. And when I say we, that means you too.
You know, she used to call me her little collapse. It takes me so much time to learn how to fold an origami penguin. She kept trying to teach me, and I tend to want to break it all and start over.
Sometimes just bad genes will ruin you on that one. I guess you have your grandmother or aunt and me to thank for that one. And he says this without realizing how he has gendered himself in the process.
And she will actually kind of smile at that little. You know, whenever I talk to you, I do feel more hopeful.
Well, that's one of us at least. I'm just always tired after pretty much every conversation. Not between us, just every conversation lately. I'm just tired.
Right. You know, I listen to this music box every night before I go to sleep. And the song that came out of it always seemed to anchor me. And I didn't realize that the story has started, that song has started even earlier than I thought it had. It's not. Maybe it's a mistake the way I'm treating how I'm doing this, but it's not a mistake that I came back here. Not like what she's saying. I am meant to be here. I am meant to hold onto this music box that you gave me today. Like how I was holding on to it 10 years ago when I first got it, 200 years in the future. That's why I know I'm meant to be here.
I think it's probably time we both get some rest. I feel like today has been a lot for both of us. But if it helps, however much you do or don't think you're supposed to be one of the people to make the calls here, it's never a good question to ask that. Everybody who's ever done a thought experiment about this kind of thing, I used to talk with someone in my shop when I was initially learning how to repair ships. He used to always go on and on about a lot of these thought experiments he used to have a professor talk to him about back when people, I guess, learned in like big fancy buildings or what have you. And he used to always tell him, like, well, if you went back, like, who, and asking a lot of the same kind of questions, if you were to be a time traveler and went back, all those things.
Yeah.
And it never sat right with me, the feeling that the only conclusion we could reach is that, oh, no one should play God like that. Well, of course, no one should play God. No one should try and do all that, have all that power. But also, the only people who really matter at the end of the day are everyday people. The only people who've ever had the power to shape history or do something different have been the people for whom they felt the weight of it the most. There's so many different people who make big decisions, whether it's in construction, the veins, all of this place. Everyone thinks that they're supposed to be the main people moving history, but not us, not people like us. They don't think that we matter. And to that, I'd say, no, I think you're the only kind of person who could. You're someone who's
Never met
seen,
anyone who doesn't matter. Everyone does.
and that's precisely why I think you'll be fine.
Suppose it's just heavy to live with the choice that, the trolley problem. If your professor kept talking about those thought experiments, you must have heard it. I feel
Yeah.
like my life is that, but to the power of 1,000. No matter which path I choose, I think I'm going to end up with a whole lot of guilt, one way or another.
Well, speaking as someone who's very good at holding on to a lot of guilt, Marshall starts like walking back into his apartment, starting to close the door. I think you come by it honestly, and it's not as big a deal or as heavy as you think it is after a while. And I think you would notice as he's closing the door, the red was coming from his arms, and it does look very recent. Have a good night, Elegy.
Have that looked at.
Sometimes it's what you do to survive.
Well, I need to see to it that your story is a brilliant next chapter.
And I think that's where we'll end that scene. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes, and we hope to see you there. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good break. But yeah, we are back here. Elegy and Marshall, Maria had a moment. Um, Elegy, were you trying to do any downtime actions as part of that, or was that just you want to let that scene sit on its own?
I think I would like to maybe start something.
Okay. All right.
Not really sure. Almost
Yeah.
like I think she would like to create this what do you call it? Like a scavenger hunt guidebook of memories that is yet to come.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. That sounds like
It's-
you're starting a long-term project.
Yeah, she wants to preserve her history, which is everyone else's future. How to regrow vegetables on Earth because people on this timeline does not know that. So she's kind of writing the beginning of a civilization, but for the present day, it is the future. So more paradoxes here.
I love that. I love that. How long of a clock are we thinking? I'm somewhere between 4 and 6 segments. Because this is a lot of knowledge that you do have and you're just kind of
Mhm.
compiling it.
Yeah, it's like an illustrated.
Mm,
Have you seen like ads of the book?
I have not. No.
There's like they made this book. It is illustrated. It includes knowledges of like how to start a fire or how to pollinate vegetables and how to um like basic knowledge that in a computerized society we no longer know how to do. So it's like a survivor's guide.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's call it a 6 segment clock then.
Okay.
So yeah, you can begin working on that. I feel like this could be analyze or express, depending on how you want to kick off this project.
Okay. I think she's going to start from book of content, which is this kipu looking like whole like spider webby structure of a thing, like choose your own adventure. So I might consider that a analyze.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Can I push myself further?
Absolutely.
Great.
I'll never tell you no about spending stress.
All right. So I have one dot and I have I'm not transcended, so it's just the one, right?
Correct. Yeah. So you gain a bonus die on it.
Okay. As soon as I can find my die. Uh, 4.
A 4. Okay. So you fill out 3 segments on your clock. So you're already halfway through.
2
Yeah.
out of 6, right?
On a 4, that is 3 out of 6.
But I got 2 segments or 3?
3 segments on a 4. So it's
Oh.
for downtime actions, it's 2, 3, 4 are the success tiers. So
Cool.
yeah. So yeah, you fill out 3 segments on that. Yeah,
Great.
you have carefully compiled this information. I think the next part is probably making it into something that people will treasure, you know, the illustrations, the things like that. But
Yeah.
you at least have all the information here ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go. And I think she's kind of planning to hide it somewhere or preserve it somewhere to be discovered, so that she's not breaking the time further by giving them future knowledge immediately. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that'll be the next part, figuring out how you're going to time capsule this.
Yes, exactly. That's what she's making, a time capsule.
I love that. All right. So that is the last downtime action for Elegy. So, choir, you still have some downtime actions.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you still have 2 downtime actions. I know we want to do the party and
Mhm.
you know, but want to come to that probably at the end when everyone has done their things.
Mhm. I think choir would. What did they do? What did they do with the big like murmuration spikes or things that they find?
I imagine so they have removed it from Maximus, and there's been a whole like bevy of scientists and analysts who have looked at it. So there are portions of it that are taken for various testing. There are but the bulk of it I think is probably just in a cargo bay here on the Aeon.
Mhm.
Sealed away. I imagine it's like cryogenic even.
Okay. Choir is going to they're going to fill some curiosity that they've had for years fighting these things. They exist in a place where they are aware of each other's emotions and the emotions around them. And from time to time through the piloting, they have picked up like echoes of something. And it's something that everyone around them, all the higher ups, don't pry. But I think they're curious. They want to know why they're doing this. And the emotion that they picked up from the one that they have just felled has weighed heavily on them.
Absolutely. Yeah. It sounds like an analyze, but we'll call this a make preparations role. You're trying to understand
Or could this be a project of some sort?
this can be a project. What
I
is
would
the end goal of this project for you?
have a better understanding of
Okay.
the creature, the what they want,
Mm-hmm.
how they think, that sort of thing.
I like that. I might treat it as a gather information role as well.
Okay.
Let's see how it plays out. Because you're trying to do a project here. This will have to be a you're asking the big questions.
Big
This is
question,
a
yeah.
12 segment clock.
Excellent. I will put that on the
Yeah.
Sides. Oh, it does go there. Yeah. Look at that.
So you are going into this cargo bay, and like you have pretty unrestricted access to most things on this ship, given your rank as a pilot here, and you have to understand this enemy. And though it's frozen, it's incredibly cold. You like all the scans and sensors say that it is still very much alive and moving, just slowed. I would like you to give me an analyze roll.
Okay. I will push myself on this.
Okay.
Just control. Just doesn't matter position or
No, position. Yeah, that
effect.
doesn't
Blah,
matter
blah,
in
blah.
this
Okay.
case.
Then no. Bonus dice one. Oof, one. Oof.
Okay. You only managed to get 2 segments here. I will let you ask one question from your gather information list, but you get no follow ups.
Okay. What are you really feeling?
What are you really feeling? What a good question. You get the sense you feel an anger, but you want to know what it's really feeling. This is a zealous anger. This is an anger on behalf of something. It's mad. It it's like it seeks revenge in a way.
Ooh.
But that's all you get from this question.
Mm-hmm. I think it's one of those things where Junko and Vantage, they kind of split off.
Yeah.
So it's easier to get in there. So it's like we know that we are touching something that we would definitely be in a lot of trouble for.
Yeah. And though it's like sealed away and everything, you see, and at the temperatures they're keeping it, it is so slow moving. But the longer you are in its presence, the more the spike kind of shifts to move towards you. But it's like you only notice it after a few minutes of being here that it started to form another spike towards you.
Mm-hmm. Revenge, but that doesn't make sense with what we're told about these things.
Yeah.
So it's revenge.
Yeah, the story you've been told is that just one day they invaded Earth and humanity was forced to leave because of this invasion.
Nice. I think I leave with the question.
Okay.
Why is it so angry at us?
Absolutely. And I think with that, we take our focus to Lily Rose.
Okay. Again, the camera finds Lily Rose running, because she's always running. But this time she is headed towards the Mech Bay area. I keep forgetting what it's called in. Hold on, let me.
Oh, like engineering?
No.
Oh, the hangar.
Yeah, the hangar. Yeah, the vein hangar. And she's looking for Marshall.
Okay.
And she's looking for Marshall because she knows that he's the vein guy, like he's the most knowledgeable and like that's his area of expertise. And when she bursts through the door, she doesn't even really check before she calls out, but she runs in and she's like, Marshall, you here?
You see, he has a mouth with like some random like cookie halfway through like eating it. His face is like covered like there's probably been a splat of like oil or some other foreign substance that's leaked out of one of the veins, and he's sort of like is hanging upside down as though he's just been working on like an undercarriage of one of them. What's up?
So if a vein were to be somewhere else right this minute and you wanted to communicate with it, how would you do it?
Probably
as in like not here. And she points like at the hangar.
Probably onboard communication device. You'd probably have to if you don't have anything already a channel already established, you'd probably have to get some sort of like radio signal or particular channel and frequency that they would be specifically tuned in to what a pilot's thinking. Why are you trying to do this, Lily Rose?
Well, you know that they sent Celine out on a secret mission, right?
Yeah, I heard about that. To be honest, I was a little pissed after. Anyways, why are you trying to contact Celine?
What if I just wanted to check in? What if I wanted to see if, Celine wasn't like completely exploded?
You could probably wait for it to come back from the mission. What's the rush about trying to...
You know that when they send people on special missions, sometimes they don't come back, right? Like, This is where they send expendable people, Marshall. This is kind of a big deal.
Right, and I'm pretty certain, like, he finally, like, actually gets up, like, stops being upside down and gets himself right. There's definitely a moment where he's just sort of, like, righting himself because he's been upside down for a couple minutes and the blood's been rushing to his head. It's like, whoa, that's a lot. Look, I know you're not fond of Thrasher, but you could probably have a little faith that they're gonna come back at some point. You don't want him to die, right? We just lost somebody.
I don't want people to get like the wrong idea about me. Like I'm totally fine with her getting sent away to a mission that's probably gonna have her killed.
You sure? Because you don't usually show this much interest unless it's someone.
Like
Usually,
it's not
whenever
about.
I see folks be interested this much, it's usually about like a loved one or someone they care about.
Look, it's not. I care about Celine, okay? That's not the point. And she is definitely flustered, and it's definitely like there's almost like a little bit of a blush on her cheeks. Look, I know that I could just get on a different vein and pilot, and that's what's expected of me, but I have a vested interest in Celine coming back, and I don't know. She feels extremely called out, but she's like not making eye contact with Marshall at this point.
Marshall, who is not at all versed in hiding various obvious aspects about yourself from everyone who can see it around you, just like, right. Do you want me to try and work on a device right now for you to try and...
I don't want to have to go through the red tape of actually doing things officially to see what's going on with Celine. I don't.
So you're trying not to be caught doing this. You're wanting to be subtle about this.
I'm not exactly a subtle person, so
I've
I
gathered.
don't know. Look, I don't need your sarcasm. I just need help.
That's not sarcasm. That's a statement of fact.
I don't need that either. I just need help.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. If I can't be sarcastic and I can't be truthful, what exactly do you want me to be?
No,
do you want me to lie to you?
No, truthful's fine. I'm sorry. It's just been extremely stressful. And
you're not kidding. Anyways,
like you know that it's not like that, right? I don't actually hate her.
Do you like her?
I tolerate her. That's not hate. And she stumbles on her words a little bit. But she says, I don't hate her and I don't want her to die. I just want her to stop antagonizing me. That's all.
Okay. Here, why don't follow me? And he takes you to like what effectively no one has their own actual office amongst any of the mechanics. It's what we call the office, but it's basically like a corner section of the main hangar that just has all of our compiled stuff that we all just kind of grab from at any given moment. All right, hold on.
Is it stupid that I want to be her friend even though she's been an asshole to me this entire time?
No, I've liked plenty of people who I also don't get along with very much.
Like, whatever problems she perceives, it's 100% on her end, okay? Ugh. And she shrugs.
She thinks you're unworthy of having the spot that because it gets into her own anxieties about that kind of thing. Like, trust me. No, it's you're not foolish for wanting to be interested in her.
If I show her that if I show her that I can be helpful, if I show her that we can work together, then maybe she'll back off. Maybe that's the play.
Okay, on a more logistical front. Okay, so you're hoping to just. Are you trying to talk with her? Are you trying to just get a signal that Celine is still operational, or what is your purpose here? What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
I mean, base level, just the signal. But if you can add communication, that's an extra thing. I don't need.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you want this done soon or not? Okay, no more.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No more.
Okay.
Just definitely see like a small vein right at the top of Marshall's head is gently pulsing.
Yeah, no, Lily Rose could be stressful to be around, so I don't blame Marshall for that. Yeah,
but you definitely, it's definitely one of those like montage moments where like you see Marshall working with a bunch of different things, and there's a couple of moments where he just like chucks a couple devices or pieces down, like not at you, but you just see him just skid something along the ground, and then another person down the hangar bay just like picks it up, and they're like, "Sweet, mine." And then they just start going to go do something on somewhere else. It's somewhere between extremely chaotic and highly organized. It's very organized chaos happening here at any given moment. But you see that, like, in stark contrast to who he is on missions or anything, if your intent, and by the way, is for this to like make a connection, I think you definitely see a different aspect of Marshall where he's just like, where he's normally trying to be very direct and blunt. This one he's being very much like pulling out a couple of books from where you don't know where they appeared from in this random corner. It's like there's a nook that he just puts his hand through and he grabs something. It's like, 3 degrees south relative to where, god damn it, chucks book away, like starts working on something else. Okay, 3 degrees north, thank you, that's all I needed to know. Just starts tinkering some things, and you have this small, it looks kind of like the best comparison point I have is that I do not know if you've ever seen Aliens, but the way they have the alien tracker devices,
Yeah.
it's like one of
Yes.
those, except the outer layer of it has a like rim of crystal, and you would notice that the crystal has a very similar appearance to what makes up Selene. So I tend to keep a couple of extra pieces of this. They're very hard to come by, so please appreciate that I'm going out on a limb for you to try and do this, but this should be able to hone in on the signal. 3, 2, 1. Like clicks it. I leave it up to our fantastic director to decide if it picks up anything.
Yeah. It takes a moment, almost to the point where you're like, you're not sure if it works. Like you're looking at it, you're trying to adjust things, and then the signal comes back.
Hey, there we go. Thank
And
you.
you realize that it's just was a long lag time because Selene is out near the belt.
Like the
Not
asteroid belt?
the asteroid belt.
That's pretty far, isn't it?
Shit.
Incredibly
That's so
so.
far.
Isn't it very dangerous to be near the belt?
So dangerous.
Oh.
Can we? So we know? Do we know this, or we just know that she's super far? Like in terms of
it would probably be I'd be able to pick up at least a rough estimation about how far and what would be that far out.
Yeah, within about 10,000 kilometers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I kind of wonder, and if you're good with this, I kind of wonder if it's a simultaneous moment of us both doing the math and us both having that like shoulder slump moment as we realize where it probably is. It's like, oh no.
I was right, wasn't I?
Did you think it was the belt?
No, but I did think that it was going to be a super dangerous, probably.
Yeah, that part's right. It's the belt. As far as I can tell, it's probably the belt.
Oh no!
God,
I didn't want to be right.
Well, you know what's the worst part about knowing something very well and knowing how to being very skilled at something?
What's that?
You're right more often than you would like, and you're right on the things you don't want to be right about.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I kind of hate
many repairs.
Okay, hey, I don't know if I had the chance to properly say this, but thank you. I know it wasn't obvious at the time, but I really did appreciate what you did at the press conference.
Yeah, of course. No one talks to a friend or anyone on my team like that.
Yeah, she grows silent for a bit, and she says, I'm glad you don't think that my inability to transcend is a liability or a problem.
Why would I? Transcending isn't. It's not an easy thing to come into. And even if it's natural for some of us, it doesn't mean anything. But also, You want to know something very important that most people don't realize about this kind of thing? Like,
Sure.
look at all of those veins over there.
I
Like,
see them.
look at every single one of them. See all the dings, all the nicks, and everything.
Yeah.
Somebody, no matter what, has to be in charge or involved with putting in labor to take care of all of that.
Yeah.
And every single
and
mission, right. Me and like some other people, right?
the
But
team.
right, but think about it. Most of what people see about that is them coming out perfectly pristine, or coming in entirely thrashed or survived some terrible things, right?
Sure.
Nobody thinks about the stuff in between. Nobody thinks about who's involved with the labor, how taxing it is to do all that, how much knowledge and how many different things we're having to learn on the fly to do any of this. This is repairing this stuff when we don't understand what half of the makeup for it is not, it's not an easy job. But people just expect it. They think that they've gotten used to the idea that like you can ignore all the people, all the labor, all the stuff that's involved with people making that be a reality. They just think, oh, you can just do it, right? So why don't you?
Because they don't know what it's like for you, for the mechanics and everybody in this hangar working hard all the time.
Exactly. And most of all, they don't know that a lot of these mechs, they have feelings, They have personalities. There's a reason Celine doesn't let me ride her. There's a reason Celine takes to you. And maybe Thrasher too, but that's its own kind of thing. My point being is that if you're going to transcend at some point, it'll happen when it does. I'm not going to make you rush into that just because someone else is telling us why aren't you getting me my order of people being in top-notch form to die.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that your team doesn't get the recognition for doing all the hard work, maintaining the veins and taking care of them. I don't think it's fair that people have to get sent out to die in the first place. Everything sucks, but you already knew that. I don't know. I'm just being redundant.
I don't really think it's being redundant. It's reminding people of what they think they don't have to care about anymore because it's too uncomfortable. It's what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh, right, it's too emotional. That's probably the crux of it, and it's probably why a lot of people think you're a risk, is that you're too emotional, which when everyone doesn't have any emotions, anything sincere, real, genuine is a liability. And frankly, I think their appraisal of the situation is wrong.
I think so too.
Hey, listen. And I think you see it's like a split second of Maria appearing. Marshall doesn't realize it, but Maria appears for a moment. Hey, I'm not going to judge you for not transcending just yet. It's a lot to handle. I wouldn't ask anyone else to just jump at it right away.
Okay, so when Maria kind of shows up, it's visible to Lily Rose.
Yes, it's very faint, but it's noticeable. Like it's aspects of her face. It's this is a very blunt way of putting it, but it's pre-transition, pre-HRT to post-HRT photo kind of moment. Like smoother skin, like much more feminine shaped face. It's like that stark a difference. That's kind of how big the change is when Marshall transcends. It's very sharp.
I think in a like kind of a immediate response, like just when she notices Maria, she says, "I appreciate you too." Before the before the
She
aspect of
fades.
Maria just fades and disappears, right? So it's like just an immediate response of just like, "I appreciate you too," and then that, you know, I feel like that's the only response she can manage before.
Yeah.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like
No,
before
no,
that,
that is
disappears.
about the amount of time you have.
So
Marshall's
then the
trying his
response,
best not to let her out right now. He is not.
yeah,
He's
and
not feeling
so
good about her being out.
yeah, and yeah, and she says that. Hopefully, that comes across to.
Well, this has honestly been a very nice detour from all of the usual crap here. Thanks for the time, Lily Rose.
Thank you. And she looks at Marshall one last time and she says, "Whatever you think you picked up on with the whole thing with Thrasher, no, you didn't." And then she runs.
Let's go ahead and roll your make a connection here.
You just hear from far off in the distance, "Gay."
Yeah. What action would you like to roll here for this connection? Because I feel like
That's
again,
another confess.
I feel
right
like
there.
that is, yeah.
But I also get one die for making a connection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's see.
And
I don't know
if,
how controlled that was, but you know, YOLO. Position.
Yeah, for downtime
effect,
stuff, the
standard,
position and effect doesn't really matter too much.
Transcendent, bonus die, 1 for my only mortal ability. Let's go. Roll it, baby.
Mel would have to suddenly implement like a JRPG timer of like, you have 20 minutes until self-destruction for it to be anything other than controlled.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
A 5 and a 1.
That is so Marshall, you gain 3 links with Lily Rose.
Which you can use on anybody because of my ability.
Oh. Yeah, and I think
Awesome.
with the running of feet, I think Choir, you wanted to have a party.
Can I catch Lily Rose on the way to the party?
100%.
Still running. Oh shit! I'm late.
Smack right into each other. Yeah.
Oh shit! Gotta stop doing that. Sorry, Elegy.
No, I was looking for you.
Yeah.
I think I saw something that, but it doesn't have to come to be it.
Okay.
Whoever that was that took Celine.
No, Lieutenant Thrasher. What about her?
Right. I saw tangled cables strung across a desolate place. She returns, but not.
Wait, desolate place? As in like the belt?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't remember all of the details, but I don't know what kind of. I don't know. I think Celine returns, but I can't see her in there. I know you've been affected by her presence or whatever it was that's between you, but maybe you should send a light before you lose the chance.
She pulls out the device from Marshall and she mumbles to herself, Should I ask for comms on this? So far, this device is supposed to be able to tell me that Celine is still operational. Don't tell anyone I have this.
It's all right. It's not about Celine.
Of course, it's about Celine. What are you talking about? And she puts the device away.
I think something might happen to Thrasher, the lieutenant.
Special missions are where people get sent to die. It's just a fact.
I think your voice might call her back.
My voice might offend her a whole bunch, might make things worse. She hates my guts. She thinks I have something that is rightfully hers.
What's the last thing you said to her before she left?
The difference between you and me is that I have something you don't. Heart.
What if that's the last thing you're ever going to say to her?
I meant what I said.
And what if your
Besides,
voice can be the last thing that call her back?
not going to come back for me.
Oh,
I don't know which timeline you saw where you thought that she might come back to the sound of my voice, but this isn't it.
I think this is the time in where she doesn't come back at all. I just want to tell you that, and maybe you'd want to.
I'm not the one who changes things. That's your thing, Elegy. Okay? I can barely manage what I'm doing right now as a pilot. I don't know what you want me to do with this.
Everyone has the key to change the entire world. Lily Rose, I can't change anything by myself. All I can do here is find a way to inspire others to hold on. And I think you have a way with people. You have a way to inspire others to hold on. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to call out. But I just thought sometimes one single little light in the dark can make the difference between life and death.
I checked the device again. Is Celine still operational?
Celine at this moment is still operational. And I think with that omen hanging in the air and you knowing that, at least for now, Celine is fine, it may not come true. I think that's where we'll break away from that scene. With that just kind of hanging in the air with Lily.
I'm supposed to go to a party now? Fuck this.
Absolutely,
she runs
you
off
are.
in the other. She runs off in the other direction to go to her room for a minute. Just she does that like after talking to Elegy, just makes a U-turn.
All right. Yep, absolutely. So, Choir, what have you done to prepare for this party?
I think Choir has maybe conspired with some of the ground crew to have some special items, treats brought up from the station, and probably sacrificing some of Choir's own stuff that they were given, basically only for themselves, but they're bringing it to the party anyway to share with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have prepared this space. There's parties aren't a thing that happen very often. Celebrations are few and far between. And so, there's a little awkwardness about like with the people here about like, hey, how are we supposed to like have a party? But they're enjoying the time, not doing things and having some little extra snacks and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You've invited all the pilots here. Have did you invite Spartan Squadron?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
partially for
So
them.
yeah, yeah. Um I imagine Lily is gonna come probably a little late to this. So, but Elegy and Marshall are here. Odie is here. He's trying to be jovial and like but not cause too much trouble. Tiger is still brooding over things that have happened here. Um but yeah, the scene is yours. Yeah, there's things here. Yeah, you can choose what the goal of this party is for you.
And the atmosphere is like it's like party, but it's office party. So it feels like,
Yeah,
right? Oh, okay.
100%. Yeah,
Okay.
mandatory downtime.
Yeah. I think once the kind of like everyone kind of fills in and kind of like mills around for a while, so like half an hour or so, let everyone have like their drinks. I think it'll be Vantage that steps up, of course, because Vantage is the one they would expect this from. But she'll say, thanks everybody for coming. Figured we need a little bit of downtime. Everyone has worked so hard doing what they're doing, especially with the recent events. I know it's been a hardship on everyone here, a weight that we carry in our hearts. But I'm not going to espouse on their honor and their bravery because that's why we're here, all here. Everyone here shares that. But I want everyone here to carry that and carry them carry them in our hearts. And for me, and for them, I'm sure that they would want you to feel like you're alive and that we should enjoy the time that we have with each other. And I think there's a pause. And Vantage just go look at her squad. And with that, I'm fucking tired of saying that I don't miss them, that I don't have feelings. I want to share that joy that I have with them, with you, and not let things left unsaid and not live. So have fun. Tell people what you feel about them. Bad, good, live in the moment. Because we have each other here right now. let's goddamn party.
I think Odie raises his glass and says, "To Junior," and everyone raises and salutes to Junior.
Lily was actually like at the door outside listening to the speech. Like she wasn't in a mood to party, but she was kind of just leaning against the wall by the door and thinking about going in when she heard Vantage speak. I think she's still a little bit rattled by Elegy's revelation, but because of the way she relates to Vantage specifically, that's what eventually pushes her to go in despite her mood. Because the dynamic is that Vantage more than Junko matches her energy in a lot of ways. And so she finally convinces herself to walk in as the party is in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's just enjoying themselves, and she slips into the crowd of people.
Mm-hmm. I think as a little singer to like the speech, I think Junko's gonna jump up on the table with Vantage, and you know what? They're gonna have a real passionate kiss on that table.
It is met
Everybody
with
cheering.
raucous cheers.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, the place goes wild over that. Yeah, the party really picks up at that point. Yeah.
And I think if go ahead.
No, I go just wrap it up. Finish what you were saying. Sorry.
I think if there's some dancing, I think Junko will go up to let's see, who do I want to go up? Yes, go up to Elegy and just say, "Hey, future girl, want to
What did you say?
dance?" It's like, "Hey, future girl, want to dance?"
Always.
Mm.
That's so funny. I love that. I think.
And I think playfully,
Sorry.
it's like playfully, she'll say, "Don't you dare time over this thing. I'm enjoying myself too much. And you should live in the moments as well."
For once and all, I am, and that's a great speech. It's a good thing you did.
Nervous, but had to say it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it, is it? Sometimes the
No.
hardest thing to do is to live and to enjoy the moment and have joy.
And that's something you should do too. So let's enjoy this together.
Thank you. And you can tell that she is genuinely a little surprised that you came to her, because she has this tendency of not wanting to be inside of a moment, which I think Vantage perhaps noticed.
The 100%. This was 100% like target. It's like, no,
So
you're gonna have to
targeted.
do this. You're gonna have to dance with us, live with us. If you want to save this, you have to live with us.
Otherwise, she was gonna be in a corner folding napkins into stars, and but she's gonna dance.
And I think choir will do that. They'll dance with they'll split because they can, you can kind of like separate and kind of like maximize the amount of time you spend with people. So each one of them will kind of split off and like dance with Lily Rose, dance with Marshall, dance with Odie. whoever they have.
Yeah. Would you like to try to make a connection with Elegy in this moment? Or is there some
Technically, the
other
mess
downtime
hall.
action you have in you have in
I
mind?
think this was. I think I have something for next time. I think we'll do that. But
Okay.
I think for this will be preparation. This is the preparation.
Oh, okay.
This is the
This is building
readiness.
morale. Yeah,
This is
I get
building
that.
morale.
I love that. That's incredible. So I'm gonna say this feels like Express or
I think
but if you have a
Express,
better
or I think it's Defy. I think she
Ooh.
they leaned on express those emotions, you know.
Yes.
Don't.
I love that a lot. Please give me a Defy roll.
I will push myself again on this. Because I rolled pretty low, so I'm feeling, you know what, I can go into like the I can go to the next thing feeling dangerous.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to summon another fucking shiny Voltron sword to keep like 2 of you alive next combat.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so standard. No, and just extra bonus dice. 3. Okay.
3. Okay. So that is yeah, that is 2 segments on the readiness. So that finishes out tier 2 readiness, and that'll be useful.
Yeah, let's go.
Also, you can ask questions, gather information, but only one question.
Ooh, okay. I have
As you
bonuses.
are mingling and observing and seeing how people react to this defiant act.
Who here is at their limit?
Ooh. I don't want to speak for the PCs too much, but it feels a little bit like Lily Rose. But who has you also I think the person who is most at their limit is Tiger, the medic for Spartan Squadron, as far as like NPCs go. But yeah, that's your one question. No follow-ups.
Rip, no follow-up.
So I think with that.
Can I just do like I guess if this is the end of the session, like a bit of a closing scene for Lily Rose? I had this thought. And I think she
Oh wait. If you're gonna do that, I'm gonna add a little bit of a detail. Of I think after dancing with Vantage Elegy, like after Vantage splits off, she will mingle, she will try very hard, and then she finds herself dancing or asking someone with red hair to dance.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, like most of you didn't notice this person was here, which implies that Elegy, you invited her here.
Oh, I didn't even know whether or not it was her. Elegy just walked up to someone with red hair.
I was wondering if you were implying. No, you found
No,
it.
Elegy
You
just
found a
has a type.
stand-in. Oh, you found a stand-in. I like that a lot better.
It's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
Hell yes, absolutely.
That's just a little detail. And over to you, Lily Rose.
I think Lily Rose is I don't know if I don't really picture Toby as a party guy, but I imagine that he would have come if Lily Rose had asked him to. But I think when she finds him eventually in the party, she pulls him out to the hallway. Like, she could still hear the music and they can dance, but they're like outside, right? Outside of the party. She pulls out the device that that she got from Marshall. And she says, I have a new project for us to work on. You down for this?
He says, maybe. What do you have?
A signal connected to Celine, and I was hoping we could find a way to build some kind of a communication system with this. You know,
He looks at you and he says, Lily,
a little project
just,
between
you
the
need to
two of us.
relax, okay? Don't worry. She's not here right now. And if that's connected to her and you see she's fine, hey, how about you don't worry about it for just like 30 minutes? And let's party. Let's have fun.
Okay. And the last shot you see is just her grabbing his hand and they're holding hands. That's the last shot.
I like that. Yeah. And he kind of pulls you back into the mess hall. A few things happen. There's one thing you don't see, is that as you put away the link you have, the signal goes dead. You don't notice quite yet. Another thing happens. If any of you are tapped into any news or anything, there is an article that drops. And the title is Unfit to Protect Us. And then the third thing happens. You have all received orders, and you are called to the briefing room. Before we end, I would like to get our engagement roll for the mission ahead of you.
Burke.
Do it. Do it.
What are we rolling for that?
Do it.
There are some questions we have to ask. At one point, you did get a bonus on that.
Engagement roll.
On the engagement roll. Yes, you got a crit on one of them. So there's always hope. You start with one die. Is this mission particularly heroic or noble? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to use my director feel to say yes.
Great. I'm not scared at all.
Is this mission following through on details of the protagonist's investigation? Given the way you've decided to prepare and everything, and specifically the connection you've made, the signal tracking you've made with Celine and looking for Elle, I'm going to say yes, you have. So we're now at 3
Let's
die.
go.
Do it.
Let me see. Are the protagonists acting rationally? You're not. You're gonna. I'm gonna say you are going to be acting on very little information because you're not going to be given much information about where you're being sent. So that's going to take away a die.
So we're at 2.
No.
Does this mission determine the fate of a friend? Yes, it does.
Damn it.
She considered a friend?
I mean, considered a emotional tie, like a mission emotionally tied up in. Yeah.
Say
okay.
yes.
I want to say yes because it's messy, and I want to see it's going to be dramatic.
It's gay, therefore it's messy, therefore yes.
Yes.
All right. So we are at 3 so far. Does the mission's tier exceed the current tier of the investigation track? This is a tier 2 mission. You are at tier 2 readiness, so you are fine.
Good.
So we are at 3d6 for the engagement roll.
All right.
So is it just one of us is rolling for this?
Just one person needs to roll for it.
Who would like to do it? I don't remember who did it last.
I've had cold rolls this entire night. I don't know if I trust myself.
I can do it.
All right, let's let Rand do the thing. Apologies for the camera shifting again because Zoom doesn't like it when I gesture with my hands. I see a
What is that?
4,
I see 4, 5,
five,
5, and
and
a
a 4.
4.
So 5 is
4,
the highest.
5. Okay, 4, 5, 4, 5.
Okay.
That's it's not 1 or 3, so that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
So
For, that's good for Thrasher.
So when we cut to the action next episode, you will be in a risky position. The plan is holding together just barely. The protagonist will need to take steps right now to avoid disaster. But this is where we're going to end tonight, as a few complications have unfolded in a time of raucous joy.
Rip.
We're never allowed to be
fate.
happy,
Tempt
are
fate.
we?
Just like,
Every time we get happiness, this is about the moment in the Mecha series where something else dies or someone
know.
gets hurt.
Yeah.
100%.
I know.
It's what happens. It's what happens when Echo says maybe it can be the first time. No
God
spoilers.
damn it.
Absolutely.
God damn it.
And with that, I think we should do our outros. Tell us who you are. Start with you, Ran.
My name is Ran. I use she, her pronouns, and I have been Elegy Brooke, who keeps telling herself there is a better world waiting at the end of all this. And tonight, it was just a little bit hard for her to believe that she's still the one who meant to hold it together. And you can find me on social media, Verdict Inspiration on Blue Sky, or Rhino Riddler everywhere else.
I guess it's me next. Hi, I'm Anne. I was playing Lily Rose, who is always on the verge of an emotional breakdown. And also still running, because that's what she does. She runs from people and her emotions. You can find me on Blue Sky at the Girl Wonder. I got a lot of stuff going on. In about an hour, I'm going to be on Mr. Underscore Mephisto's Twitch channel playing Vampire the Masquerade. So that's what I'm doing in an hour. And yeah, next week I'm running Power Rangers. That's fun. You come find me on Blue Sky and we'll talk about all my stuff because there's a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, that's me.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Angela Lemos Mogrovejo. It has been an absolute pleasure and emotionally taxing to a high degree for me to be bringing you Marshall/Maria, the stranger, today for this session. You can find me most places at Phoenix24FM, whether it's Insta, on Beacons, or on Blue Sky. And if you want to check out me in the GM seat, I have currently been running a series over on Sword and Key of Rangers of a Broken World, which is still in kind of a playtest state, but we are finally starting to check out some of the more crisis mode mechanics, and they're fighting what essentially amounts to an automaton in the form of a massive tortoise with a giant eldritch ethereal energy shroud around it. Someone just performed a haka to fuck with part of the shell, and it worked, and it was fucking awesome. So yeah, if you want to see really awesome Chaos Beans doing some really great stuff in a relatively new system, go and check that out. Mondays over on Sword and Key at 6 p.m. EST. That's me.
Hey everyone, I've been Lynn, Gremlin Art, pretty much everywhere on the socials, Blue Sky, Instagram, where you can find my art. And next time you'll see me that isn't here is actually for the premiere next week on Dexara 19's channel for Hunters 2012 San Diego, where we are a group of paranormal investigators that are that have to kind of soothe monster problems in San Diego. And let's be honest, we don't solve. We actually instigate more problems than we solve. So it's I'm excited for that. So sure, check us out, Dad.
Awesome. And I'm Archangelic, aka Mal. You can find me mostly on my Twitch channel, or well, our Twitch channel. Lantern Light Adventures, twitch.tv/Lantern Light Adventures. We are not going to have any streams this weekend, but usually you can catch us on Sundays where we play D&D, Era of the Dragons. They just fought a dragon who was also the wellspring of all lightning magic. So that was very interesting. So we're going to see how that turns out. Otherwise, they're still stranded on the island. On Monday, we have our modern fantasy cipher system game. It Waits for No One. The big bad just arrived. So we're going to see how these disasters who do not have any combat skills whatsoever are going to handle that. And then on Tuesdays, I run a Monster Hearts 2 game, Appetites. They are monsters working in a fine dining restaurant. Last session was a chaotic, emotional mess between them, and that's the way we love it. So yeah, if you're interested in those, Lantern Light Adventures. Also, I do professional GMing. Daggerheart just came out, so I have some Daggerheart campaigns open. You can join me tomorrow or Saturday for our session zeros on some Daggerheart campaigns. You can find that startplaying.games/GM/Archangelic. That's it for me, but some announcements for the channel. The only other show on Valdrianth's channel is the Secret Formula Kids on Bikes actual play on Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific. Otherwise, there's an active casting call happening on Val's Discord right now for a future Urban Shadows game. So join the Discord and put your name in the hat for a chance to play on that. We are going to raid live from the apocalypse playing D&D, so get ready for that. And but with that, that's it for us. As always, we love you and we hope to see you next time.